At this point in the pandemic, our relationships with family and friends look and feel a lot different. As things start to reopen and in some cases close once again, many families are struggling how to navigate what exactly is safe to do. So joining us this morning to talk about how to manage the strain the virus is taking is Jen Tomko of Clarity Health Solutions. She's a licensed psychotherapist. Thank you so much for being here, Jen.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with couples. What are you seeing with couples these days with all the stress right now?
Because of everyone having to be in such close quarters, I mean, people are, both mom and dad are working full-time at home, and they have little children running around. So the stress level's been really high. And then along with the change of, everything kind of reclosing and being uncertain, people are looking at everything through a very anxious lens. And when we are looking through that lens, we tend to be negative. We want to protect ourselves. So everyone's fear is going to be at a different level, and that ends up coming out in relationships. Mostly what I've been hearing people argue about is what to do about the kids. So that's been a really big stressor for people.
Yeah, some parents sending them back to daycare, others saying no way. So with all these disagreements and different times that we've really never experienced before, what would you say are some strategies to navigate all of this?
First, again, we're going to be coming from a negative lens, so we have to really check ourselves and recognize that we might be stressed out or it's even coming from fear. So just to step back, listen to your partner, assess what they're saying without judging. Assessing meaning you're just looking at the facts and understanding where they're coming from versus judging, meaning having a negative feeling or any kind of feeling toward what they're saying. It's more about understanding where each of them are coming from and listening with empathy. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just a matter of figuring out what feels right for both of you. So sometimes we have to agree to disagree. So date night will help a lot, get us out of the rut. And even if you have to do date night in your backyard, make the most of your relationship, because this is one of the few times we're going to be able to spend this much time together.
And real quick, what about grandparents? I know I'm struggling to see my parents. I miss them. How can we navigate that inner struggle with wanting to see them so desperately at this point, but knowing there are some health risks?
I am so grateful for technology right now. This is an ongoing issue. I hear people doing things like, 2 weeks of quarantine, and then before they see the parent, and then they get together and they spend time together, and then they only see each other. I'm hearing some of that happening so that people can merge their lives again. But I am hearing people feel really, especially the older population, feeling really resentful about this because they feel like they're wasting their lives. Every day that ticks by, they're missing out on an opportunity to live the way they want to live. So, depression and anxiety are definitely an issue. So please, I'm really hoping that there are people who can help with the technology if necessary, but continue to connect as best you can via, things like this, video sessions.
That's right, especially things like this. Definitely lucky these days to have the technology we have with not being able to necessarily see people in person. All right, thank you so much, Jen Tomko.
Thank you.
Coming up, feeding South Florida. The pandemic and surging unemployment has left families